So by this point, you may be aware that Scar is coming to Disney Dreamlight Valley this Wednesday, October 19th, and I am so ready for it. But even if you hadn't seen the news here, or even here, you may have already suspected that Scar would make an appearance when you opened Sunlit Plateau and saw this lovely landmark. It's not just that the general environment and the very large elephant skull screamed Scar. The presence of these conveniently placed rocks and subtle glowing coming from inside tipped us off that this was going to be a point of interest in the future of the game. However, this is not the only location in the game that might be more than it initially appears. So in this video, we'll look at some other places around the valley that might hold secrets to be uncovered. I'll be making more videos about Disney Dreamlight Valley on this channel, as well as streaming the game, so if that sounds like something you're interested in, please consider subscribing and pressing the bell icon so you'll be notified about new videos and when I go live. So the first place we'll look at isn't a far journey from Scar's, though since we don't have the ability to remove these pesky bones yet, you'll either have to move your well or travel through the Forgotten Lands to get there. This location is the Waterfall in Sunlit Plateau. Common theories of who we'll find here include Timon, Pumbaa, and Simba, all of whom we've seen in trailers for the game. My personal opinion is that we'll see Timon and Pumbaa here, as I think we'll find main characters like Simba in a realm within the castle. Kind of like how, though Kristoff can be found by unlocking the Forest of Valor, we needed to go to the Frozen Realm to befriend Anna and Elsa. Another waterfall that may hold more secrets can be found in the Glade of Trust. While we don't have a visible entrance like we did in Sunlit Plateau, these gray, mossy stones look somewhat out of place among the other items in this area. It may be that one day these stones may be moved to reveal an entrance to some kind of secret location. The carved stonework is reminiscent of the ancient civilization we keep hearing about in the game, and I think most of us would agree that all signs point to Atlantis. Another area that shares this aesthetic is the mysterious, mystical cave that can be found on Dazzle Beach. This is initially a hidden location, but is opened through Ursula's questline. While there are multiple doors that we open and explore in the cave through the existing quests, there are a couple of places that seem to still need to be explored. The first can be found near one of the doors we open on the quest to restore the Pillar of Power. This glowing orb here is present over a door we opened, and its presence here, combined with what seems to be a door, may indicate that a passage will open here in the future. At the bottom of the cave, we can also see an area behind the glowing stones that doesn't quite seem to line up. Will these stones move out of the way and open a path further into the cave? Potentially to Atlantis itself? I would love to see Milo and Kita in the game, so I really hope that it does. Just across the beach, we can also see Skull Rock. It's absolutely impossible to miss, and we see rocks in the entryway that look suspiciously like those in front of Scar's place in the elephant graveyard. There's only one person I could imagine hiding away in such a place, and that would be the one and only Captain Hook. Now, no characters from Peter Pan have been confirmed to be coming to the game as of yet, but this seems like a pretty sure sign that we'll see them in the future. As long as we get Tinkerbell, I will be so pleased with that. The next location will be well known to most people who play Disney Dreamlight Valley, especially those of us who found ourselves in the pumpkin farming industry. That would be none other than the Pumpkin House in the Forgotten Lands. Now, the presence of this house is no secret, but what is who could call it home. Some people seem to think that Jack Skellington, the Pumpkin King himself, will be found here, but others are of the opinion that it will be the fairy godmother. I personally think that the iconic fairy godmother will be found here one day, but let me know your thoughts in the comments below. She and pumpkins go hand in hand, and I think the somewhat cutesy aesthetic of the house lends itself well to being her home. I can't wait for her to arrive in the valley and maybe take some things off of Merlin's plate. Poor guy seems to be responsible for solving all of the magical mysteries around the valley. The Pumpkin House is easy to see when roaming through the Forgotten Lands, but there's an area in this dark forest that's a bit more hidden. Near the outdoor cooking area and the pedestals with the mysterious crystals, we can see some large night thorns clumped together in a way that looks pretty similar to the entrances to biomes that we've seen around the village. Though this is blocked by stone, it seems that it would lead into the mountain north of the Forgotten Lands. This area, which I affectionately call Donut Mountain, is actually represented on the map, which seems like a pretty big clue. Since we've already seen evidence of potential new biomes through the knowledge of currently unavailable gems such as sapphire, ruby, and alexandrite, I would venture to guess that this leads to one or more new biomes that we'll one day have access to. Maybe a cavern or a cave biome? It might be fun to come across the 7 dwarves mining for gems, or maybe Maleficent, the queen herself, who seems to be hinted at with the green flames and the ravens in the Forgotten Lands. Wrapping up, we have a couple of honorable mentions. The Dream Castle holds secrets we've already uncovered, but may have a few more that we haven't. A ways up the left staircase, we can see this ornate gate-like structure. It seems to be present on the right staircase as well, though we're not able to get a very good look at that due to the roped-off areas. This does look like the gate when we're exiting the castle, so it could be an exit to the other side of the castle, or more likely a way to go to a different area within the castle. Maybe as an option for if the current realm doors are all utilized, though there are so many that I don't imagine that will happen anytime soon. Finally, we have the floating islands. Now, many of these look very small, but they can be found throughout the valley. Maui did tell us that he remembered an island being off the coast of Skull Rock. I believe it's possible that that island may have sunk or disappeared, but it also may be that it's related to the floating islands that surround the area. And as you can see here, a flower spawned in my game on this floating island that we can't currently access. That makes me wonder if perhaps this and other floating islands will become accessible in the future. Maybe this could be a hint at Treasure Planet coming into the game. I know that's on a lot of people's wish lists. And that wraps up our look at some hidden and potentially unlockable locations around Disney Dreamlight Valley. Thanks for coming on this journey around the village with me, and let me know in the comments below which location you're most excited about. Be sure to let me know if I missed any that you've found as well. Please give this video a like if you'd like to see more content like this, and I will see you in the next video.